Hi everyone, Sandy Trefker here. Welcome to my channel and a showcase walkthrough video of my latest project using Country Craft Creations exclusive paper collection called Ireland Forever. This is a beautiful collection. It is on a Bristol paper that to me almost feels like fabric in a way. It just has a different feel to it than most other paper lines, and you can only order it from countrycraftcreations.com. It is their own brand, so you'll want to check that out. I designed this album as a project for the creative team for Country Craft Creations. I used Heavy Weight Chipboard, the Green Artisan Cardstock, and one collection of the Ireland Forever. I added flowers in from my stash, some button string, some metal flowers, a clock, metal corners. These were all in my stash. These flowers here are fussy cut out of the paper collection, and then I lifted them up on chipboard and used some Wink of Stella on them. This little bird is fussy cut out and glued there in that place, and then a bit of the floral flourish paper design that you'll see in the paper. I put a scrap of it under there, and that's another fussy cut flower there. So I had a lot of fun with this. Some vintage buttons I added in from my stash. It is an 8x8 album with a 1.5-inch spine, and what's unique about it is it only has one page hinge in it, so but it still has a lot of area for a small album like this. So this opens up. Now if you want your album cover to lay down completely flat, don't put a lot of thick things on the front. I like a lot of dimension and stuff on my albums, so I'm fine with it that way. So here on the inside cover, first of all, another unique feature is that the hinge is made out of the pattern paper, the collection paper. The pattern paper, it is so strong that I am very confident with this hinge here made out of that paper versus making it out of cardstock or Tyvek or anything like that. Okay, so here on the inside front cover, I created this flap with the button string closure, added this pretty lace leaves from my stash, and again seam binding ribbon that is available from Country Craft Creations, and button string, a vintage button, and some pretty flowers. So this opens up this flap, which has storage space here for loose photos, photo mats, tags, whatever you want to put in there. And I patterned it with this beautiful paper image from the collection. I love all the handwriting and the music notes and things that you're going to find in this. So this is a mat, good size mat here, and then we have this one with a belly band if you want to utilize that or mat something onto it. So you can put more in there. So this all just closes up in here with this button string closure, just like this. And then underneath this piece we have these tags, and what I did different on these tags is I made the tags, and then instead of hole punch I actually glued on metal charms onto the tops and added the string pull. So I like that look a lot. So that goes there. And then here on the side pocket we have a large photo mat opportunity. You can put 4 or one large big photo, and I added this medallion type flower here. This is another metal piece that I just glued on, and I love how that turned out and made a nice pull out there for this piece here in this album. So I'm going to slip these back in real quick. They just slide in easily right here underneath this section here. Then we go on to the main page. So this is your main page, the front side. You have one page in this album. Here I have a little envelope that I made out of the mini envelope punch board. It has a little address spot here, or note spot. Has a couple of little elements. This was cut out of the cover paper, which is the same paper of the collection, so you can use that. I made a mat here with some of the scraps of paper. So this tucks in. Now I wanted a fancy paper clip, and I didn't have a fancy paper clip. So I folded in half this fancy metal trim piece. I folded it in half and glued the back quarter of it on the back side of my flap, and then left this where this can tuck in. And I think it's going to hold pretty good that way. So I'm happy with that. Now this piece here, because this is your page, has a slide-in pocket. So this comes completely out Lots of room for photos there and on the back side. And of course you would have to hold this while you're pulling that out. But that just slides right back into your page, and it's held in place with a magnet here. Now underneath here we have a library pocket that has a tag that I made out of scraps of paper with a crown. I did a fussy cut this out and then added glossy accents to this tag, and that just slides in there. You could put a couple of tags or 3 in there. This is the pocket watch I glued on there, added the glossy accents to the front, attached a chain, and this is a piece of out of my vintage button box. It was just old eyelets on the card that they came on, so I crimped them down and then just glued the whole thing on there and attached my watch onto that. And then this chain kind of hangs in place because of the magnet of this double flap here. So this opens up, got lots of room for photos here in this section. So like I said, this just tucks in here, and then we flip it over to the back side of the page, which has another button closure. Here on the flap, I glued this really pretty lace that has the button pearls attached. This one has another string closure, so this just untwines. This is a flap here where you could add a photo right there if you wanted to. Then this completely opens up, more area for photos. The pocket holds photo mats that you could use. These are a little big for this area, but they would work, or different areas like that, those double main pages if you wanted to. So these are some mats. You can add loose photos if you wanted to, some letters, some notes. And then this background paper here is this beautiful cherub that comes on the collection, and there's some of that design that I used on the front where I had a scrap of it. So this just closes up again. Just wrap it around, and I do show you in the tutorial how to make the string closures with the eyelets. So there will be a tutorial on this album. It will be a few days, but probably before I have it edited and up for you to watch. But if you will subscribe to my channel and then also click on the bell, you'll get notification when that video is ready. Here on the back side, I have a pocket where I put more of that pretty gold lace leaves with the flower. And then this is a vintage button, my button stash. I loved it. I had to use it. It's so I don't know, it's kind of wood looking, but it is a button, and it was nice and flat. I was able to use it there. Inside the pocket, I made this tag with the button string and the flat back pearl, and then I tied on a little bee charm. This is a booklet I made out of the paper with this beautiful green Irish hat and gloves, the pipe. So this opens up, you have 2 photo mat places there, and then here we have another little booklet with some smaller photo places. This is just scraps of the paper that I folded in half and rounded the corners. You untie the ribbon here. This is also held by magnets to keep it nice and strong. And then we have the double waterfall here with the pattern paper and the white paper cardstock in the top part for photos. You can also mat photos onto your pattern paper if you wanted to. So that just closes up like that, and we tie it back together. So it's really easy to make, and like I said, there is a free full tutorial for you to follow along. It will be available in a few days as soon as I can get all the different clips uploaded and edited. I want to make sure that I'm hopefully giving you the correct instructions. I like to tuck this one in because I have the flat back pearls on that booklet. Tuck them in together. And this one goes back here in the back. So that's my 8x8 album for Country Craft Creations. Again, this is their paper line, only available at Country Craft Creations, called Ireland Forever. It is a beautiful paper pack. You do get 24 sheets of the 12x12 double-sided papers. It's acid-free, it's exclusive for Country Craft Creations, and there's 3 sheets of each design. So there's 8 designs, 3 sheets, for a total of 24 beautiful, beautiful papers in this collection. So again, make sure you subscribe to my channel, click on that bell, and I'll have a tutorial up for you as soon as I can. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.